I'm on the road this week, but didn't want it to go by without doing the video blog, particularly because Thursday is going to be a big day. The Supreme Court nomination of Justice Kavanaugh against the accusations by Professor Ford have turned ugly for a host of reasons. And I'm not here to tell you who's lying and who's not. Certainly somebody is. The fact of the matter is, if you are an organization, particularly a CEO, listen up. Because the situation that we're finding in the Supreme Court and U.S. Congress and the Senate Judiciary Committee, to be specific right now, is as bad as it will get, and it's something you can face. It's not out of the question that you're going to run into a situation where an accuser comes to you claiming that one of your key executives was the perpetrator of an attempted or an actual sexual assault. Whether it occurred on property or not doesn't really matter. It could have occurred decades beforehand. It's still relevant because the fact is it's on your doorstep and your credibility and the organization's credibility is at risk. Now, if I were to give a grade to the Democrats and the Republicans over the last few days, it would be a flat F for how they're handling this. They're doing it for political reasons, to be sure, but really they're botching it up from a crisis PR perspective. And in the end, I don't think either one's going to win regardless of the outcome. Let's take the Democrat side first. Senator Feinstein apparently got the confidential memo weeks before from the accuser who claimed Kavanaugh attempted to sexually assault her when they were in high school. She sat on it until the time that the hearings were over and a vote was about ready to occur. This is a perfect example for CEOs of why you don't rest on a potential crisis PR situation if it's going to blow up later on and put you in a bad light. I know it was a confidential memo. I know that there were certain circumstances under which she had a no-win situation. But the fact that it came out weeks afterwards, when deliberations should have been taking this into account so many weeks before, plays against her. The other thing is that many Democrats have already found Kavanaugh guilty. Well, what if he's not? More to the point, they said if Judge Kavanaugh is confirmed and the Democrats take over both the House and the Senate, he could very well be the first sitting Supreme Court justice to be impeached. Now, they've done this before he's even been confirmed, let alone a vote taking place in the committee, let alone a vote taking place in the Senate. When you, as a CEO or a business owner, start to draw conclusions before all the facts are in place, you lend yourself susceptible to having to reverse that later on. And the one thing about crisis PR situations is you tell the facts only as you know them, with the full understanding that you're gathering more information. Now, as the Democrats have stepped on their toes, so too have the Republicans. They started off well. The administration showed uncharacteristic restraint in wanting the process to continue at a pace at which everybody was going to be comfortable. That lasted about 2 days before the president started to tweet his doubts on the validity of the accuser. But we saw that follow suit with many other Republicans who automatically sided with Judge Kavanaugh. Look, there's only one way to play this, and that's very carefully. What you do if you're a CEO is you state you're going to follow a full investigative process and then put one in place. Do not prejudge, do not side, do not draw conclusions until you know it. You will do yourself and your organization no service by trying to argue this from a position that you just don't know if it's true or not. Be cautious, be clear, and be thorough in an investigation, and don't say anything else otherwise. Because if you do, you're going to make it worse.